of the year with the Thurman-Guerrero fight. And I think after the fight, we got a candidate for round of the year with round 10. And I believe Keith Thurman's on his way to the hospital for the hematoma on his left eye, so I don't think he'll be here. We're checking to make sure he left. And we do have Broner-Molina here, four-time world champion, and I'm convinced he'll be a five-time world champion still. It's just a tremendous, tremendous performance, and there were no losers tonight in this fight. And I was just happy to be a part of it, and like Robert, come on up.
Well, first I want to thank God, man, for the blessing right there. I mean, the opportunity was great. Didn't get the win, but I think I won the hearts of America tonight. And man, I can't fight my heart out. Keith, he's a good fighter, man. He's fast, hits hard. Now I know why they call him one time. He does got some power in both hands. But you know what? I can't fight my fight. And he was on his game tonight. He was on his game, and that's all I can say.
Raise your hand if you have any questions.
Robert, even though you didn't, over here to your right, even though you didn't win tonight, the fact that you fought the way you did in front of so many people on TV, do you think you can actually be a step forward to potentially?
What was that?
The fact that you fought the way you did in front of such a big audience, do you feel it can be actually a step forward for you, even though you didn't win the fight tonight?
Oh, most definitely. That's why I said I didn't win the fight, but I know I won the heart of America. I came fight with heart. He caught me with a good shot behind the head, put me down. But you know what? I got up, kept on fighting, and do what I had to do.
What was the challenge trying to work inside the next 10 to fight the fight you really wanted to fight? And also, it was important you'd already been in the hospital. Is that true? And if you didn't receive your stitches, so you
yeah, I got stitched up already. But yeah, Keith, right out of the ring, they took me to the hospital. Hopefully he's well. I know his head was swollen up pretty good up there. But, he was on his game. He was on his game, and, he was moving, giving me a lot of lateral movement, and, you know what, he was on tonight, counter punching, so, I wanted to execute my jab more, but, his movement gave me a little bit of trouble.
Robert showed a lot of heart tonight, true warrior. It's a great fight. Thank you. My question for you is, you fought Floyd Mayweather, the #1 pound fighter in boxing. You fought Keith Thurman, the next top welterweight. Is Keith capable of either right now or one day fighting a guy like Floyd and beating him?
He's a solid fighter, Keith Thurman. But, Floyd, he's just extremely fast. His reaction time is quick. I couldn't even land punches on him, really. That's how quick he is. So, and it's not just how quick he is, but it's how quick his reactions are. So, in time, Thurman will be ready. He is a solid fighter. He got good boxing skills. He got good power in both hands. Who knows? Anything can happen in boxing.
Could you tell us at the moment that the headbutt it caused swelling on his head, how much from that point on did it bother you? Did it hurt you? How much of an impact did that flash?
The only thing that hurt me was when he put me down. He hit me in the back of the head with an overhand right, and he got me pretty good right in the back. So, but other than that, he does got punching power. But I can take a good punch. So, he didn't hurt me.
Hey, Keith. Hey, Robert. Congratulations on a great performance.
Thank you.
I want to ask you, was he the hardest puncher you've ever faced?
No, not at all. I think the hardest puncher I've ever faced was Sakuk Aydin. The Turkish guy. He came and he hit hard. After the fight with him, even though I outboxed him and I beat him, my arms, my shoulders, my body was sore for I don't know how long, a couple of weeks. And right now, I feel good. I feel real good. Just got the cut, a little bit of swelling on the eyes, but other than that, I feel good. But he does got power, though.
Raise your hands if you have questions for Robert Guerrero, please.
Robert, where do you plan on going from here after this? You know, you said you won the hearts, you know, of America. Do you think you would come back, fight on, you know, network television again, or perhaps on another one of the big networks?
Oh, definitely. You know what? Go back home. You know, take a little bit of time off, recover, and you know, get back on. You know, go to 75, see what I got to do, and you know, get back on my game. The one thing that I've been trying to do is get back on my toes. Boxing. I mean, you've seen a little glimpse of it tonight. You know, trying to get back to what got me there. So, you know, go back and you know, get ready for the next one. Take my time off with my family and enjoy that, and then get back on.
More questions for Robert?
Gracias, buenas noches. Roberto Franco, responsable español para el público hispano. La gente en Twitter, redes sociales, cuando cae en la lona, parecía que terminaba la historia. Fue una caída aparatosa. Sin embargo, la gente tuiteaba que era el corazón guerrero, no el guerrero azteca. Parecía que te alcanzaba el tiempo para regresar y llevarte a tomar.
Sí, gracias. Me vino a pelear con todo mi corazón. Soy mexicano y está en mi sangre como un guerrero. Y no me vení para atrás. I'll be back.
Just to clarify, you did not go to the hospital, or are you planning to go?
What was that?
Did you not go to the hospital right after the fight, or did you?
No, I didn't go to the
And
hospital.
how many stitches did you get?
I don't even know how many stitches I got. I think they said it was 3.
Oh, that's all? Oh.
Yeah, so I mean, I feel good. You know, there's nothing wrong. I just got the cut. You know, a little bit of swelling around the eyes, but you know, that's about it.
Person said you were going to the hospital, you saw him.
No, I didn't have to go to the hospital.
Okay, no need to go.
I could go 12 more.
Okay.
I could go 12 more right now. I mean, that's how good my body feels. You know, the one thing like I've been telling everybody, and I've been saying, you know, when I added in that CrossFit, man, the recovery time is crazy. It's crazy. So you know what? My body feels good. I'm in very great shape. You know, pretty much, you know, I did everything I had to do to be ready. So you know, that's why I feel good. I feel good. You know, I feel like I could go another 12.
Thanks very much, Robert. We're going to move on to John Molina.
Hey, thank you guys, and God bless everybody.
Next up, I'd like to introduce John Molina Jr. We witnessed another typical John Molina Jr. fight. Came, gave it everything he had, and we all know right to that final bell in the 12th round, we were wondering what was going to happen. Tonight, unfortunately for John, he didn't. But he ran into a very solid Adrian Broner, 3-time world champion, and another to be ashamed of. It was a tremendous fight, tremendous effort. John Molina Jr. Mark.
How's it going? First of all, you know, what can I say about the fight? Adrian Broner, he's definitely talented, like I said before, he's talented at what he does, which is, he was, you know, hitting and not getting hit, and didn't want to sit there and exchange it. Safety first type deal, which you can't be mad at that because this is what the sport is, hit and not get hit, although it's not appealing to some of the fans. But stylistically, we thought it was going to make for a barn burner, but stylistically, it didn't make for what we thought it was going to make for. You know, and unfortunately, you know, I wanted to push it there and sit there and exchange it. As you guys saw in the last round, I had to sit in the middle because all he was doing was on his bicycle. Again, did he beat me? Yes. I don't want to discredit what he did. What he did, he stuck to his game plan and came out victorious. But with that being said, don't promise the world you're going to try to sit there and knock me out and then be on your bicycle.
John, over here. Throughout the bout, did you feel like that you were sticking to your game plan, or are there anything that you could think of that you could have done differently?
Well, like I said, he was really good at being, you know, elusive in there. He really was. He by far was one of the slickest guys that I've been in there with as far as being able to utilize his elusiveness. You know, and then, man, I hate saying, well, what about this or what about that, but, you know, I have referee Bird, who's a hell of a referee, but he's telling me, you know, you're leading with your head. If I'm not mistaken, leading with your head is like an amateur rule. I mean, how you're supposed to lean in with your head up so you can get hit? I mean, I don't get that. So I really felt like at times my only way to get inside of Adrian Broner is to go forward. And by going forward, then I'm getting held, or if I'm leading with my head, or I think I'm leading with my head, I'm battling the referee telling me, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. So, I mean, again, Adrian Broner did what he had to do to be victorious. He's very elusive in there. He's a lot more elusive than I anticipated. I would give him that. But at the end of the day, style make fights, and this one was just stylistically, it didn't happen the way I thought it was going to happen.
John here. John, somewhere in the mid to late rounds, the referee broke you and Adrian up because you guys were kind of jawing at each other. Can you enlighten us on what that conversation was about?
Now you gotta remember, when you're in a fight, I mean, sometimes being in a fight is I don't want to say it's an emotional event, but I mean, sometimes you have choice words for each other because at that moment in time, there's another man across the ring from you that's trying to knock you out, and and I'm trying to knock him out. So of course you're not gonna be like, oh well, by the way, don't hit me like. You're like, no, I'm gonna kick your, you know what. So I mean, there was a few choice words, all part of the fight, and it could be some psychological warfare, it could be just being a tough guy, but it was just words that were exchanged between both of us, and nothing bad, nothing I'm gonna lose sleep over. But again, I'm just disappointed in what I brought to the table. I felt like I could have brought a lot more. Again, stylistically, he stuck to his game plan and it worked well for him.
John, over here. Hey, John. Usually you throw a lot of punches. Adrian Broner, he stood right in front of you for the majority of the fight, but you didn't really get off the way you usually do. Did you respect him too much?
No, I really don't think it was that. It was the elusiveness. If he was staying right in front of me like he was, it was still out of reach for me to throw my punches. I would let my hands go, but it would either, once I start taking off, he had a really good defense of grabbing me right away, or being elusive to get out of the way. So I really don't think it was a lack of me being able to throw punches. It would have been like me shadowboxing in there if I continued to just throw punches, and it wouldn't have worked out in my favor. Obviously it didn't anyways, but what I'm saying is if I would have just sat there and threw punches, there would have been no one there to sit there and exchange with. One, that's a credit to his defense. His defense was exceptional. And two, again, it was a different enigma that I've ever dealt with. He's pretty slick in there.
So do you have to learn how to adjust?
Well, of course, it's all the game is to be able to adjust. Again, it's the first time I was in there with Adrian Broner, and he's definitely a talent. He's slick, but to sit there and exchange and let's fight. But he did what he had to do to become victorious.
More questions for John Molina Jr. Raise your hand, please. John, thanks very much.
Thank you, guys.
And now after a dominating performance, showing his tremendous hand speed, very tight defense, Cincinnati's three-time champion, Adrian Broner.
I just want to, raise my hand to the man upstairs, that after a hard fight with John Molina, he's a gladiator. I can still come out the ring and look as pretty as I do. I'm only wearing these glasses because I like the glasses. I don't have to wear these glasses, and I'm just grateful for that. But, when it comes to the fight, I knew that he was gonna bring power. He was gonna try to make it a dog fight. So, I'm gonna be honest, it was like 2 days in a row, back to back. Friday and Thursday, I was just like, you know what? Last time I went in the ring and I fought with my heart, I lost. I'm never gonna let that happen again. I'm gonna use the God-given talent that he gave me, and I'm gonna go in and make this fight as easy as possible. And that's what I did. And the crowd might boo me, but at the end of the day, going out there fighting for them, that don't pay my bills. They're not gonna pay my bills. So I gotta do what I gotta do, and I'm sorry if I didn't fight the fan-friendly fight that that everybody wanted me to fight in his favor so he can hit me with the right hand that he always hit everybody with. But I wasn't having that tonight. And I heard somebody ask him what was we saying in the clinches. I remember. I was almost like every right hand that he missed, I was just like, I would clinch him and I asked him like, this just ain't working. Let's go to Home Depot and find some tools or something and try to do something else. This just ain't working. I'm joking. I'm joking, man. He's a good guy, but it was a tough fight. Even though I made it look as easy, but it was still a tough fight, and he got power, but you really got to ask somebody who he hit because he couldn't hit me, with a real flush shot. So I really didn't feel his power that everybody say he had, But I give it up to him. He came to fight. He never quit, and I did what I had to do to get the victory.
Raise your hands and your questions for Adrian Broner, please.
Adrian, congrats on another victory. How did you feel about your performance tonight, if you had to give yourself a grade? And are you still getting better as a fighter?
I'm still a student of the game. I'm learning every day. Every day I'm in the gym, I'm trying to get better. As you can see, that right hand don't hit me no more. Everybody thinks that overhand right is the blueprint to beat Adrian Broner, and that's what I worked on, and I'm getting better. And I really can't grade myself until I really see the fight. But, I did good enough to win.
Over here, Adrian.
Adrian, in many people's eyes, you dominated the fight. Did you try to go for a knockout, or you just decided you were going to box?
To be honest, he didn't fight the fight that he fight with everybody else. He fought more defensive. I was coming to him. It was sometimes where I boxed, but for the most of the fight, I was coming to him. He didn't bring that warrior ambition, that gladiator ambition that he fight everybody else with. So I had to make my adjustments too. I couldn't get the knockout, but I got a very impressive win.
Adrian, how much of his defensive stance do you think was the result of your jab? How much do you think it was of him trying to set you up to walk into the right hand after you established the jab?
He's good into walking you into a shot. He don't have the amateur background of a lot of fighters, so he try to bait you in to fight, and then once you open up, he can catch you with a big shot. That's what I know. He kept trying to do it, and I was talking to him, and I act like I'm gonna do it. He's like, "Oh, come on, this is what I want," but I didn't give it to him.
Obviously, you were able to stay behind and see your son being born. There was a difference about you before you got in the ring. Later on that night, you sparred when you were at home with your kid. Do you think that's going to be something you do on a regular basis, or will you go back to going to D.C. and training like that?
To be honest, this was one of the best training camps I've had in a long time. I was in shape, and I was very calm, no stress. And I think that did play a big part in this fight.
Over here, Richard. Adrian, first of all, congratulations on your victory. Well, what do you want now? Who's next?
Now, last time I tried to say my slogan on NBC, they cut me off. So I can't say that no more. But you guys know the slogan. I fight anybody they put in front of me. Any contract they come with, I sign.
Over, Adrian.
Adrian, congratulations. How was this whole experience with NBC? Was it different? A different Adrian Broner? Both of you guys were very respectful from day one.
A lot of people who don't know me, they look at my antics and they look at the way that they put me out there to be. But once you really meet me, I'm a good guy. I respect any boxer. You know, I don't have no bad blood with John Molina just because we just fought or just because we wasn't in a fight. You know, he cool. He can go out with me tonight. We can have fun. I get it. I say, hey, I ain't getting in trouble. I don't know if we're married tonight, but I get a girl to take
Adrian, I don't know if you saw the fight after you or not. I believe the gentleman in the ring will fit your qualifications for your slogan. Would you be willing to take on either Mr. Guerrero or Mr. Thurman?
Man, listen. Do you get what I say, or is you just going around the whole thing? If whoever names on that contract, I'm going to fight.
How different, you said to us that you were glad you lost to Maidana. How much of Adrian Broner we saw tonight was a result of that loss in the last 2 wins you had?
One result of that loss, you know, when I fought Maidana, I fought with my heart instead of my head, my brain, my skills. Tonight, I didn't let the crowd get to me. I stuck to the game plan, and I did what I had to do to get my victory.
Raise your hands if you have questions for Adrian Broner, please. I think we're ready. Thank you very much.
I think y'all